Hey, what's going on, guys? This is Mike Kollin at crackedfemalecode.com. Check out my new website and go to crackedfemalecode.com. I just made it. I'm still working on it, but it's pretty much done. Hey, remember, guys, if you want to donate to this channel to keep this channel going, there's a PayPal link right there in the description box. The other way you can help out this channel is buy one of my dating relationship books, okay? Go to my website, just check it out. It's pretty cool. My voice is Little Robin. Ride my fixie bike all day. I was in San Francisco today. It was an awesome day. It was nice and warm. Not too warm though, with a nice cool wind. It was beautiful. So there's a skill or technique that I started doing at a very young age. It was probably out of survival. I'm not going to get too in depth with it. I actually learned at a Master Practitioner NLP training and Hypnosis training. There's a skill that they call rapport skills in NLP. It's a step-by-step process where you can gain rapport with someone's unconscious mind so you can connect to understand each other, and it adds clarity into communication. So after we were taught this technique and skill, a few days later, Dr. Tad James came up to me in the middle of training and he said, "Hey," he goes, who did you train with?" And I looked at him like, now you gotta understand, I was young. I was probably 21 years old or something. I was very young when I started taking these trainings. And I didn't really know what he meant. I go, what do you mean, like in sports? And he goes, no. He goes, in NLP. And I'm like, I've never trained anywhere. I go, this is my first training. And he goes, no, that's not possible. He goes, your skill level is advanced beyond people who've done this for years. So he goes, did you train with Dr. Richard Bandler? I was like, no. So we talked for a little while, and he goes, you swear? He goes, you've never, because Dr. Bandler actually lives in the Bay Area, and I at least at the time he did, lived in San Francisco. And I'd never actually heard of him until I took this training. I didn't know who started NLP or how, the originators at the time. So here's what happened. Tad talked to me for a while, and he eventually realized, he goes, did you grow up in an abusive family? I was like, oh yeah, I was the one everyone kicked around like a lot. He goes, oh, okay. So it came out of a survival need for survival to protect myself. So one thing I got really good at was gaining a rapport with people at a very young age without even realizing what I was doing. Now there's something I want to talk about in this video. This might be slightly different than that, but I know it comes from that, it originates from that. Is one thing that I really started to do, and I wouldn't even say I started to do, I've always done it since I can remember, is I've always seen things from other people's perspective. Now you might go, oh yeah, I've heard that, but I'm going to say something, I'm going to add something to it. It wasn't that I just saw it from their perspective. I really want to see things from other people's perspective. Like, it is a desire. It is a passion. It is, okay, here's what it is. I want to understand why people think what they think. I want to understand, like, well, why are you mad at me? Like, I don't understand, like, what did I do? So this skill set is what created this course. Now, every time I work with a client, at one point they're like, okay, so what book did you read to learn this? Or, like what book, where did you learn this in what book, etc. I go, I didn't. Because you're going to hear and learn a lot of things in my course that you've never seen or heard anywhere else on the planet. The majority of my clients are usually people who've gone to all the pickup artist courses. They've done that for 10 plus years. They've gone to Tony Robbins trainings, relationship coaching seminars. They've done the NLP trainings. They've done all this stuff. And then they come to me and they're like, oh, okay. I help people understand things that they paid for, that they were taught, that they were certified in, that they actually don't understand. That's because I really want to understand where someone else is coming from. I want to see it from their perspective. I want to hear it. I want to feel it from their perspective. I want to fully and completely be able to step inside their shoes and see it from their perspective. So I will ask questions and I'll try to understand, like, okay, like that didn't make sense. Like, well, why do you feel that way? And I'll prod. Here's the really interesting that I found out. Women really like it when a guy understands them from their perspective. You ever had an argument with someone and it just went on and on and on, and it turns out at the end you finally understood something, you're like, oh. Now here's what I realized years ago is sometimes when you fight and argue and scream and yell, somehow it's like you just reach this thing where you're just going to say it in any way for them to understand, and pop, they get it. Or I get it, or you get it. Sometimes yelling and screaming is the only way you can do it. I shouldn't say only way. When I was younger and I didn't develop these skills, because there's a skill set you learn in NLP, it's called modeling. So you ask people questions, you take on their body language, you copy their eye patterns and all these things that access information in your brain, and all of a sudden you start seeing it from their perspective. You start understanding things that you never understood before. Now, before I learned these skills and learned how to do this to the efficiency or the effectiveness of the way I do it now, before, like, I'd be in arguments with my girlfriend or yelling and screaming, and then boom, something. It was because we unleashed. There was no holding back, and boom, she said something. I went, oh, I get it now. Okay, I'm going to give you a couple examples. So, I told you about my friend Andrew. We were going to the club in San Francisco to the Matrix on Fillmore, and we pulled over about 2 blocks up. We pulled over to the right going down the hill, and this really, really beautiful girl was walking by, but I looked at her, I was like, oh, she's crying like really, really bad. And I'm like, no, Andrew, no. I go, no, don't. He goes, fuck you, man. She's fucking hot. He goes, you're just jealous. And I'm like, jealous of what? I'm not even out of the truck. So he jumps out and goes, hey, what's going on? And she kind of walks by him and goes, hey, what's your name? And she didn't say a word. She's looking down. And she takes about 3-4 more steps away. He's like, fuck you fucking bitch. And I'm like, Andrew. And she turns around and she goes, my dad just died. From your perspective, that's a 6. From their perspective, it's a 9. From Andrew's perspective, she's a bitch. From her perspective, her dad just died. So how come Andrew didn't see it, but I did? Because I literally took on her body language and I felt the sadness, and then I looked at her face and her eyes like, oh, she's crying, like alligator tears. Tears were pouring out of her eyes. She was fucking crying, and he couldn't see it because he was only seeing it from his perspective. Damn, she's hot. So I wrote to Bitcoin guy. Actually, I don't remember your name. That's why I call you Bitcoin guy, because you have the Bitcoin. And I forget what you said. I'm going to look it up. Hold on. Okay, I found it. So he says, my heart goes out to you and the lady you mentioned for the psychological abuse that was shelled out at both of you when attempting to talk to women. Guys have to remember that they are human and can be dealing with many things we cannot see on the surface level. And that really is what I'm talking about. Like, a lot of guys just look at women, whoa, she's hot, I want her to like me. Like, they never stop to think, like, okay, maybe someone just died, maybe she got fired, maybe her kid has cancer, maybe, you know what I mean? Like, guys never stop and think, well, she's a human being. Women go through shit all the time. So I said, yes, men tend to see women as perfect, like they have never been through anything. So I wrote, P.S. if I told you 5% of what I've been through, it would blow your fucking mind. I have been drugged, poisoned, overdosed, ran over by a car, beaten with baseball bats. I've been stabbed multiple times. In all sincerity, what I just told you is nothing compared to what I've been through. It's nothing. I'm telling you, that's like some of the easiest shit that I went through. That's like 1% of 1%. But when people meet me, they're like, man, this guy's lived such an easy life. He doesn't even know what it's like, man. And then they think they got to treat me like shit to, give me a little bit of taste of what life's like. And they have no clue. And when people start finding out, they're like, holy shit, dude, I did not fucking know you went through all that. You guys want to know why I'm so happy? Like literally 99% of the time, maybe not 99, but a lot. People look at me when they find out what I've been through. They're like, "Holy fuck! How in the fuck are you not a complete crazed psycho going after people?" I'm like, I'm too happy to do it, and it's not it's not me. Look at me, I'm a happy person. I'm good. Yeah, I overcame. No, it's literally. I've done a ton of energy healing. I've done a ton of therapy. It works. Now here's the thing about energy healing. It's not easy. I am telling you. It's one of the toughest things you'll ever go through. But once you get through something, you've healed it. Now you got to move on to the next one. The thing about healing, most people won't do it because they're terrified of it. Because on a core level, on a deep level, you know this is not going to be easy healing your pains, your hurts, and all the shit that you've been through. Now go ahead and watch this video real quick.
Watch as this professor explains life's most important lesson. The ending is truly eye-opening.
Okay, boys, turn around. And John, what color is the ball?
The ball's white. Seriously? Bro, do you just like making things difficult?
Well, what color do you say the ball is?
Black. The ball is black, clearly. I don't know if you see it wrong, but the ball is white.
Without looking at the ball, I want you to both switch places. Okay, both of you, please turn around. And what color is the ball now? Okay, please have a seat. Throughout our lives, we believe many things, and we hold dear what we think is right and true. There are times there'll be others who disagree with us. What we believe to be 100% right, they believe the opposite just as strongly. We can become frustrated, we might grow distant, we may even sever relationships entirely. Slow down. Breathe. Step into the other person's shoes. It'll make all the difference.
This course that I teach, Cracked Female Code, will teach you how to go 180 degrees to the other side and see it from their perspective, literally. Because I'm going to put you inside, literally, listen closely, inside her world. And all of a sudden, it's going to reveal everything that you didn't even know, everything that you missed that was right in front of your face, you had no clue was there. Now, let me teach you something, and then I'm going to explain something. You have to understand the first part. When you're in your left brain, you know, you kind of talk like this. It's like you're talking to a tube. Your forehead gets tight. Your voice gets tight, and you know, kind of talk like this, and your pupils get small, like pinpoints and needle points, and eye of the needle and all that biblical stuff. But we don't want to talk about that because it's true, but we don't want to talk about it. So, anyways, we're all egotistical and logical, and talking like this. There's a couple guys online that have massive followings, and they're always talking like this. And when I say massive, I mean I think one guy has over 200. I think it's close to 300,000 followers. The other one's it's like 135,000. So your logical brain is the scientific brain, literally. So now the reason why I know is because the left brain literally uses a series of language, or I should say actual words, and the way they use the words. It's called in the linear process and patterns, etc. I'm not going to break it all down now. So there's a patterned way, there's a tone, which is logical, analytical. In fact, the more logical you become, the more you sound like you're talking through your nose. But you don't have to talk, like even right now, I'm being very analytical right now. And I don't even have to go that much. I can, kind of talk like this. This is actually a very analytical voice. Now here's the deal. When I switched to the other side, I was like, oh, all of a sudden it's like the light bulb went on, like click. When I finally understood pickup artist courses and why men love it, it's because the male brain loves the male brain stuff. I'm going to tell you right now, because I teach this to you guys. You guys fucking hate right brain shit. You fucking hate it because you don't know how to access it. And even if you did, you wouldn't know how to use it. So to the left brain, you're just like, that stuff's weird. Like, doesn't make any sense. It's confusing. Like, why do you talk like that, To women, you guys do this. You guys don't like this. But here's the thing. Once you learn how to do it, you're like, holy shit, why have I been stuck in my head this whole time? Fuck, I didn't realize how stressed I was. All of a sudden, women warm up to you. They want to talk to you. They want to touch you. They want to kiss you. They want to make love to you. There's an advantage to open up to your right brain. But here's my real purpose of sharing this with you. Is when you look at women, the way men look at women, it's like you've got this, it's like you're in a science lab with your white science lab coat on, and they're inside this like aquarium or this big round glass container thing, and you're on the outside with your pen and pad and your lab coat and your glasses on, and you're analyzing her. See, okay, so these guys literally they talk like this. Well, here's the deal, man. What you gotta understand, and logically speaking, and they speak in the bang bang bang. The left brain language is bang bang bang. It's the bang bang language, where the right brain language is smooth and soft and warm, and it resonates. Okay, now I'm going to teach you a technique on how to actually do that. Not now, in the course. So here's what I'm trying to say. The way men look at women, it's like you're outside of the bubble. You're on the outside looking in, trying to convince each other that you understand what the fuck's going on. What I'm going to do is I'm going to take you to the other side, 180 degrees, and I'm literally going to bring you inside the bubble. I'm going to bring you inside her world. And all of a sudden, here's the deal. Here's the deal. I won't ever need to convince you of anything. I will never have to tell you anything. You're going to be on the inside looking out and going, holy shit, no wonder why men don't understand women. And then you're going to say, no wonder why women are so fucking pissed. Here's what's going to happen during the course, about the third or fourth day. Everything you've heard from your mother, from your sisters, from your female teachers, your aunts, etc. You're going to look back, oh my God, they were fucking saying this, but I thought they were saying that. One thing I would highly suggest right now, really get interested, really get fascinated in wanting to see things and understand things from the other person's perspective. Literally work at it. You're going to develop a skill by always looking for the other person's perspective. It's going to create a level of understanding that you never ever knew existed. Instead of walking around just going, oh, women are just dumb, women are weird, and that's what men do. They just close off. They just boom. There's this massive learning level. Here's the deal. The reason why God designed us this way, or Mother Nature, for the men that begin to develop this skill set to actually understand other people, those are the men that start getting ahead in life. Those are the men that start making better social bonds, and they begin to create a community around them. Who doesn't want to be understood? Name one person. Everybody wants to be understood. Some people completely close off and say, fuck it, no one does. And here's the point. Most people don't do it. And when you're the one person in that person's life who does that, you're the one they're going to like. You're the one they're going to want to be around. Because it makes people feel good when they're understood by someone. Most people, including boyfriends, wives, husbands, etc., they just judge each other. Nobody's listening to nobody. Most people, by the time they're 25 years old, they've developed this skill set of learning how to just block people out. And they can't figure out why they don't have any friends, or why no one cares about them, or you get what I'm saying? Or like, well, how come no one's like doing this with me or doing that? Well, it's because you're blocking them out. Now, the left male brain is the narrow brain. It's like your singularness to focus, where you literally block everything out to focus on this one thing. And this is a very, very big problem in the male communities. Women talk about it all the time, and men are like, what are you talking about? We hear it. We see it in the movies. We hear it in therapy. But we're just like, okay, whatever, man. Because you see, until you open up, you don't even know what that means. So until I can teach it to you in an actual course, I will say this. Somehow, some way, slow down, open up, take a step back, maybe even mentally and emotionally, and receive someone. Just like open up and receive their words. Listen to understand. With a want, a wantingness, a desire, a fascination to truly understand it from their perspective. This one shift, if you do it on a daily basis, will develop a skill that you never knew even existed, and it'll change your entire life. And yes, in my course and or my one-on-one coaching for Crack the Female Code, we will go over this. This is one of the core pieces in understanding my course, is literally learning the art of understanding. It's not just, oh, I'm going to understand. It's like, no, you have to learn how to clear your mind. So this goes into the Buddhist monk stuff that I teach. It's about consciousness. It's essentially about learning how to completely slow down and silence your mind and the energy in your chest and heart area. Once you do that, there's some other techniques I'll teach you that will allow you to actually understand someone on a deep level. This is what will give you power in every area of your life. Remember, go to my website at crackedfemalecode.com. I got a brand new website out. I'm almost done with it, so check it out. Alright guys, that's it. If you like this video, please click subscribe, click the like button, go ahead and make a comment, and remember, make a donation to this channel. Either buy one of my dating relationship books. I highly recommend you read the book Crack the Female Code and then get the girl and keep the girl. Better yet, buy the ultimate package. It has all my books. It also has the bonus section. It's the hidden words and language that women use. Remember, you can always make a donation. There's a PayPal link right there in the description box. Alright guys, I'll see you at the seminars in September. Bye.